What appears in your mind when it comes to Malaysia? The world's tallest twin towers? A nation obsessed with Milo instead of beer? Or nothing at all? Thailand is known worldwide for its lively party scene and vibrant nightlife. Indonesia captures the world's imagination through Bali's paradise beaches. But Malaysia refuses to fit inside one simple image. Ask 10 Malaysians what makes their country special, and you may receive 10 different answers. That diversity gave rise to the famous slogan, "Malaysia, truly Asia." Within one country, travelers can experience many of the cultures and traditions that define Asia. If Malaysia is still a blank space on your mental map, this video is for you. Welcome to Life in Malaysia. Malaysia is nearly 30 times smaller than the United States and has only about 1/10 of its population. But Malaysia's cultural diversity is creating a level of cultural diversity that rivals America's. More than 70 ethnic communities live within its borders. The three largest are the Malays, Chinese, and Indians. Islam is Malaysia's official religion, but Buddhism and Hinduism are also widely practiced. Together, these faiths add more rhythms to everyday life across the country. Malaysians take pride in a society where unity does not require everyone to look, speak, or worship the same way. Malay, Chinese, Indian, and other communities have preserved their own languages, beliefs, and family traditions while continuing to influence one another. They share streets, schools, workplaces, and celebrations. Their cultures have also begun to meet, mix, and create something shared. But they have never dissolved into a single culture. When it comes to Malaysia, one phrase often comes to mind: unity in diversity. That's definitely true. Malaysia's strength does not come from erasing these differences, but from allowing them to remain visible within one national identity. And nowhere is that exchange more visible or more flavorful than in Malaysian cuisine. Nasi lemak is the soul of Malaysia's food. It appears everywhere, From small banana leaf parcels sold at roadside stalls to carefully arranged plates in expensive restaurants. What began as a traditional Malay meal brings together fragrant coconut rice, spicy sambal, crispy anchovies, roasted peanuts, boiled egg, and cooling slices of cucumber. Eating nasi lemak in Malaysia is a full sensory experience, built on contrasts that somehow work perfectly together. The rice is warm, soft, and rich with coconut milk, while cool cucumber slices soften the heat of the sambal. Crispy anchovies and roasted peanuts crack between your teeth before the tender egg and fragrant rice bring everything back into balance. Every bite moves between hot and cool, creamy and spicy, crisp and tender. Today, Malaysians from many backgrounds eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It creates an invisible bond between Malaysians from every walk of life, making social status seem to disappear around the table. If nasi lemak shows how food can bring Malaysians together, laksa offers the clearest taste of how their culinary traditions have blended. Chinese-style noodles meet coconut milk, lemongrass, turmeric, and herbs widely used in Malay cooking, creating a dish that no single culture can fully claim. A perfect bowl is hard to look away from. White noodles curl beneath a glossy orange-red broth, topped with green herbs, thin strips of pink torch ginger, fresh shrimp, broth-soaked tofu puffs, and slices of boiled egg. To be honest, there is no single recipe for laksa. Its broth, noodles, and toppings change from one region and community to another. The blending does not stop there. Roti canai arrived through Indian Muslim communities, then developed into countless Malaysian variations. Muslims can eat it with halal beef or chicken curry, while Hindus may choose dal or vegetable curry. Others enjoy a sweet version with sugar, banana, or condensed milk. The bread remains the same, but every community can make the meal its own. This dish is a simple and powerful example about how Malaysians adapt and share traditions across cultures. Before eating your way through Malaysia, keep one warning in mind: watch how much you order. Otherwise, those extra pounds can arrive surprisingly fast. There is no magic involved. It is simply too flavorful, too diverse, too affordable, and available almost everywhere. Every street seems to offer another reason to stop, order, and eat again. Especially from the hawkers, markets, coffee shops, and mom-and-pop restaurants woven into everyday life. These vendors do more than provide affordable meals. They also remember the orders of longtime customers and turn sidewalks and open-air dining areas into meeting places. At hawker centers, Malay, Chinese, and Indian vendors cook only a few steps apart. Each stall keeps its own recipes, aromas, and traditions, but the tables belong to everyone. Walk along a single row of stalls at Pasar Malam, Malaysia's night markets, and your taste buds can cross several cultures within a few steps. Malay satay may smoke beside Chinese noodles, Indian snacks, regional desserts, and dishes introduced by newer migrant communities. Under strings of bright lights, Malays, Chinese, Indians, migrant workers, and foreign visitors move through the same narrow aisles. No culture disappears into another. Each keeps its own identity while adding color to Malaysia's crowded festival calendar. Malaysia does not merely tolerate religious diversity. Its national calendar gives public space to the major faiths practiced across the country, although some holidays vary by state. Few celebrations reveal that more clearly than Hari Raya Idul Fitri, one of the most important events of the Malaysian year. Homes and shopping centers glow with decorative lights. Families prepare ketupat, rendang, cookies, and other dishes in quantities large enough to feed a stream of visitors. On the morning of Hari Raya, men often wear baju Melayu while women dress in baju kurung. Families attend special prayers before gathering at the homes of parents and grandparents. One of the most emotional moments comes when younger relatives ask their elders for forgiveness. Children may then receive small green envelopes containing Duit Raya or lucky money. The celebration marks more than the end of fasting. It brings separated families home, repairs strained relationships, and opens private homes to the wider community. For Hindu Malaysians, Deepavali or Diwali marks the beginning of a new year and the triumph of light over darkness. Homes glow with oil lamps, colorful kolam patterns, welcome good fortune, prayers fill temples, and families come together to celebrate. As many Malaysians say, the true magic of Deepavali is not just in the lamps that are lit, but in the light that is shared. Malaysia's Hindu identity becomes even more visible at Batu Caves, just outside Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia. A giant golden statue of Lord Murugan stands beneath a limestone cliff, facing a staircase of 272 brightly colored steps. At the top, Hindu temples occupy caves formed millions of years ago. The sight becomes especially powerful during Thaipusam. A silver chariot carrying an image of Lord Murugan travels from central Kuala Lumpur toward Batu Caves. Thousands of devotees follow, some carrying pots of milk and others supporting decorated structures called kabadi. Many climb the entire staircase barefoot. Some pierce their skin with metal hooks or skewers as an act of devotion and sacrifice. Batu Caves is more than one of Malaysia's most recognizable landmarks. In a Muslim-majority country, it gives Hindu faith and Tamil culture an enormous, highly visible place in public life. For Malaysia's Chinese community, the year's most important celebration is Chinese New Year, begins with a very different act, coming home. Red lanterns fill the streets, lion and dragon dances echo through neighborhoods, and families reunite for reunion dinners. That may be the most important meal of the entire year for Malaysia's Chinese community. At this point, I cannot help but wonder, what is the most meaningful meal of the year for your family? During these wonderful festivals, many families also hold an open house, welcoming neighbors, friends, and strangers from other religious and ethnic communities. The open house tradition has become a quiet bridge between Malaysia's many cultures, making it harder for prejudice to take root. Behind these different celebrations lies one value shared across all of Malaysian society: its family. Customs vary among Malay, Chinese, Indian, and indigenous communities, but family often remains the first source of care, identity, and responsibility. Important decisions may involve parents and elders, while adult children are commonly expected to remain connected and support aging relatives. Around the family table, more than food is passed down. Children learn how to greet elders, practice their faith, speak a heritage language, and understand which traditions belong to them. Modern work and migration have placed greater distance between some families, but the sense of obligation has not simply disappeared. Calls, visits, shared meals, and financial support continue to connect generations. That family-centered outlook also helps explain why Malaysia often presents itself as a welcoming destination for families, rather than a center of party tourism. Families connect Malaysia across generations. Its flag carries that same idea across the entire nation. The more you see the flag, the more you realize it tells the same story as Malaysia itself. Known as the Jalur Gemilang, it carries 14 red and white stripes beside a 14-pointed star. Together, they represent Malaysia's 13 states and its federal government as equal members of one nation. The deep blue field brings them together under one sky. Yellow represents Malaysia's royal houses, while the crescent and star symbolize Islam, the country's official religion. You may be wondering why Malaysia's flag looks so similar to the American flag. Yes, but the resemblance is only superficial. Their histories, meanings, and symbolism are entirely different. Across Malaysia, the national flag often flies beside another banner. Each state has its own flag, reflecting its separate history, traditions, and local identity. These flags stand side by side. Every state keeps its own colors and symbols, while all remain united beneath the Jalur Gemilang. More than a cultural feature, diversity has become one of Malaysia's strongest and most recognizable identities. You may be wondering why the people and cultures of Malaysia and Singapore have so much in common. The answer lies in their shared history. Singapore was part of Malaysia from 1963 until 1965. The two countries still share deep historical and cultural roots, so their many similarities are hardly surprising. What truly sets Malaysia apart is that its diversity is both in terms of people and geography. Beautiful beaches, rainforests older than the Amazon, and the highest mountain that can be climbed in Southeast Asia. Modern cities crowned with soaring skyscrapers and quiet rural villages where life moves at a slower pace are also here in one Malaysia. Malaysia seems to have almost everything. Yet, despite all this, Malaysia remains one of the most overlooked destinations for many international travelers. Why? Before asking why Malaysia remains underrated, look at how easily the world overlooks it. For many Western travelers, Malaysia barely forms a picture in the mind. Kuala Lumpur may appear only as an airport connection on the way to Thailand, Singapore, or Bali. Some people even still believe that Malaysians live in trees, and this country has nothing special to offer. But the reality may come as a shock. In 2025, Malaysia ranked as the most visited country in Southeast Asia by reported international visitor arrivals. Most visitors came from nearby Asian markets, led by Singapore, China, Japan. Malaysia may remain a blind spot in the West, but travelers across Asia already understand its appeal. The slogan, "Malaysia, truly Asia," works because the country offers more than one version of Asia within the same borders. A single journey can move from Malay Muslim traditions to Chinese temples, Hindu celebrations, indigenous cultures, and Christian communities. Malaysia's passport ranks among the 10 most powerful in the world, ahead of the United States. That level of access is supported by the country's political stability, relatively low immigration risk, broad diplomatic ties, and generally reliable institutions. So its low profile cannot be explained by isolation or being underdeveloped. It's because the experience it promotes naturally attracts a different crowd from the party scenes associated with parts of Thailand or Bali. Malaysia does not officially select certain kinds of tourists. Ironically, some Malaysians seem perfectly comfortable with their country remaining underrated. They do not oppose tourism. They genuinely welcome foreign visitors. But they have watched what mass tourism has done elsewhere. In Bali and heavily visited parts of Thailand, success has brought traffic, crowded infrastructure, waste, rising property prices, and pressure on local culture. Communities can earn more from visitors while also becoming increasingly dependent on them. For some residents, quiet popularity feels safer than fame at any cost, and being slightly underrated is not a failure. It is protection from becoming overrated. That attitude reflects a quiet confidence. Malaysians know their country's values, and they trust that visitors who take the time to understand it will want to return without being chased by loud, polished advertising. In a world where destinations compete for louder headlines and larger crowds, Malaysia offers something quieter. Depth without spectacle, diversity without uniformity, and confidence without constant attention. Do you think Malaysia needs a clearer identity on the world stage? Or is being underrated part of what keeps it special? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Malaysia. If you enjoyed its people, cultures, and stories, please like the video. Share it with someone who loves travel, and subscribe for our next journey. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.